All right, Stacy, we're talking tailored keynotes. What the heck are we talking about? Is this speeches? Is speeches like to the head guy making the keynote speech to his organization?
Yeah. So people call things different words, right? Keynotes, presentations, workshops, whatever you want to call it. So when I think of a keynote, I'm thinking of when your company has a need for an outside dose of inspiration.
Okay.
Right? Because sometimes the messenger matters as well as the message. So maybe it's, you've got a group of people who are really struggling to find themselves in the manufacturing space, right? So what I've done is crystallized all these insights that I've built over my decade plus in manufacturing, all the way from when I was, a young manufacturing engineer making fiberglass at a, 24/7, 365 factory, traveling around the, North America, helping people fix glass melting problems, to, being a Lean Six Sigma black belt at a plastics manufacturer, to leading workforce development for manufacturing trade associations. So I've seen it all, and I've seen the good, the bad, and the ugly. And I've learned a lot of things along the way of what works and what doesn't work, while remaining authentic to who you are. So I've got a couple keynotes that I've got that are, 80% sort of dialed in.
Okay.
And then we tailor it based on your specific needs at your company or the group that you would like me to engage with. So it's things like letting your manufacturing she-ro out.
Okay.
Right? Which is obviously for women or allies of women in that space, because the challenges you face as a minority figure in those industries, it is different. Just the nature of the beast.
So to be specific, these keynotes, there are a lot of presentations and messages you can have to really, like as you say, inspire that outside inspiration.
Absolutely. Yeah.
How many do you have? How many do you have ready to go?
That's a great question.
And how many do you keep? Are there another 5, 10 a year you're coming up with?
Yeah, that's a great question. So I've got 3 that are sort of dialed in, very ready to go. And then I've got ones that are more in development.
Okay.
So I'm always working with clients on their unique needs, right? And these are things that I've done, virtually. I've done them in person.
Okay.
We can do them hybrid. So I'm able to pull from my background as an instructional designer and a trainer to really ask the right questions up front to make sure that I'm hitting the specific objectives that you want that audience to go home with.
Let me add, so these 3 you have, what's the base, what's the essence of each?
So let your manufacturing she-ro out. That's all about some of my key personal insights from being a woman in manufacturing all the way up into very senior, director level positions in these organizations. And it's things about, being authentic to yourself, not losing your voice, but also understanding that you have a different perception placed upon you than maybe other folks within the industry have. So it's working within the structure and nature of a manufacturing environment, but not sacrificing your potential.
And again, you've been at all levels, so this keynote is it's meaningful to anybody who's a
absolutely.
Okay,
absolutely. Another one I have is going solo. So once I started my own company, I noticed a lot of people come to me for advice on how the heck did you become an entrepreneur?
You have to jump.
How do you manage a business successfully? How do you do all these things, sales and marketing and social media and the financial side of it and business development and engaging with clients and, oh, by the way, actually doing the work.
Yeah, right? Yeah, the work's got it's there too, eventually.
So those are all questions that I spend a lot of time, thinking about and reflecting on how my processes and inclinations have changed over the years. So I've got some insights that I put into a keynote around that. So that's great, for smaller groups, maybe like the Chamber of Commerce is talking to a group of entrepreneurs, or maybe an association is, sponsoring an event for folks that are, small business owners. That's a great one for that. And then the last one that I've done is Living with Intention. So that was for a women's employee resource group, or ERG. So it was women in a very male-dominated sort of automotive company. And this group of women was really struggling. What is my place? Where do I belong here? So it pulls some of those key insights, focusing on being able to speak authentically, be heard, not be the wallflower, but also do it all in a way that is professional and respectful and going to get you results.
So that's not something that's just for the automotive. It grew
Right.
from that, but it came out. It can pretty much any sort of business or they're in.
Absolutely.
What else can we hear what you're working on? Or we'll wait.
Yeah, no,
Can we
you're
hear a little bit?
good. I've got some that are around objective setting and performance management and delegation.
Yeah, those are all tough. too.
Those are tough, right?
Yeah,
so
sure they are.
what I love to do best is make sure that I've got relevant exercises and thought-provoking questions. So those can get split out into separate keynotes, or we can build those into bigger workshops depending on how deep you're trying to go with that.
And do your
audience.
keynotes have is there a participant? Do you get
Oh,
folks
yeah.
standing
That's
up
my
doing anything?
preferred.
Okay.
That's my preferred is
Yeah.
to have a lot of engagement. And I've got a lot of experience doing that in the virtual space as well as in person.
So that's good to know too, because no matter where they are, you can be there
Exactly.
and get that same, deliver the information, maybe get something out of them as well, even if
Absolutely.
it's Zoom or, well, not Zoom, but whatever you
Yeah,
do. So
you got it.
that's great. Okay.